This is Schmidty McWerb, a dedicated tank main, and he sent me about to figure out what's stopping him from truly carrying his team. Is it his positioning, his cooldown management, or maybe something entirely different? Tanks might not get the flashy plays, but a great tank will win or lose you the game. Let's break it down and see what he could improve. Alright, let's check out Choi Boy here. And this is on the Thing. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, because we did a guide on the Thing, so I actually feel like I can say something. Choi Boy did actually write. Make sure to write that down, guys. Don't put up. I think I played too aggressively when my healers needed peel. Okay, let's check it out. So you got an opening here. Right click. We could have eat back earlier. Just nitpicking. Oh man, is this how it feels like to watch me? Yeah, this is good. Keep the tempo up. Decent turn. Very tiny thing I noticed myself, dude, that I'm gonna mention to you. This is situational. When you do this charge, you're gonna slam at the end. Try to steer it so your slam is LOS to your healers. It's a little bit out of LOS now, so you're gonna take damage and not get healed. If you did it here, you'd have full health. Just a tiny thing. Less damage but more health. It's an active decision, but think about it. You should probably E back to go back, but a right click works here too. What I would do here probably is you could just play the wall more because you don't have a shield. Play the wall and just right click poke. You get 50 bonus health, and then you deal damage. Yeah, now they do the team up with Punisher, so it's smart not to chal him because he will kill you. Okay, will you chal him now? I just want to just a reset. Just go back. Now you guys should probably walk on the right side. If I would make the call here, it'd walk like where the Star-Lord is right now, where he is walking from high ground here. You already pushed the point up. You don't have to walk out for a choke here technically. And you're the tank, so if you would walk, they would probably follow. I'm not entirely sure what you're going for here, but it's not working. The teammates got caught. This is a full reset again. There's such a large gap between you and the enemy team. It hurts to watch because you're useless when you're this far away. You also have no cooldowns, but it's like you're standing in the open and just kind of like a Strange could maybe be here, but not a. Yeah, it's better now you're on the right side. Okay, this is a perfect example of what I mentioned about guide. Now E is on cooldown because he used it for no reason, but it would have been perfect to have an E here because it would have saved him. It worked out in your favor. I get so claustrophobic watching some of you guys play. I keep feeling like I'm missing the bigger picture because I want to look around more, but I can't because I'm watching your POV. Look around more. That's an advice I can give to all of you guys that we've been playing so far. Yeah, you might as well just play the corner here. There's no point in pushing up too hard. Now you got the point. Now you can. Yep, play the wall. Exactly. Right click poke. Then hell that's kind of fucking you here. You could have ulted here. And you still can. Let's see, you could walk in with charge and ult right now. Your teammates are really close, so you could ult and then... Okay, that's what you do. You are charging. You're going back. It's good supportive damage. Bit of an unnecessary ult there. The fight was already won. Okay, now stay on that wall. Don't walk back. You go play that wall right now. Because the point's gonna be pushed up and your team is gonna be here. You're gonna have this spaces for free. You might as well take it. Base. Yeah, it's good that you're up ahead. Okay, maybe you just want to make sure your team is there. Perfect. There you go. You're taking the wall. Great. Bit of a slow decision, but you did come around to the right call eventually. That's great. Love to see it. Okay, nice. Poke the right click. Yeah, kill this guy who's overextended. Good call. Yeah, just clean up. This is fine. You can go take space. What are you hearing? Oh, okay, that's what I heard. I don't know if this... Okay, you don't see it in the bot. I didn't know that. I like this. You don't walk back to the point. I like that. Small thing. You're not doing it. Love to see it. Yeah, you can probably put pressure on the backline here pretty easily. Like you're using wall to turn here.
A nice deep freeze.
I feel like I'm not playing right now, so I couldn't tell you. But I do feel like for your, in general, what I'm seeing for your thing is you're very conservative. Like, you could run through the enemy team, get a little 6-man knock up and go back, and you're not gonna die. I feel like you put your toe in and then go back. And you even have your E, so you could just E back to your teammate. Your tank is right here, your Magneto is within range to E back to him most of the time. Like, you're doing well so far, but you could have a much higher impact. You can build ult way faster. Like, when I play the thing, if I get a chance to, I could have, like, the most damage in the game. Because you just get away with so much. 700 health is a lot. Plus your right click, plus your ship. Like, in this case, you could have just ran through the enemy team, if anyone. Instead of, like, running back. Your call. I'm afraid my team isn't close enough for the E. That's something you just gotta know. You try to position yourself, you know more or less, like, the range of it. Like, what it feels like. I think the mag was close enough that time that you can E back. But you just keep that in mind when you do play. I think you have to walk in with charge here. Yeah, you do just that. You can ult. Turn and ult. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Very nice. And then you turn around, you can get the rebound. Very nice. You can keep the pressure up because you're getting healed. Let's go weaving. I don't know what the hell your Star-Lord is doing. I actually got caught here. Did not have a support there. I thought you did. Yeah, then you just die. But you could have E'd here. Then again, it was a very fast decision to make. I have the thing in the top right. I was not looking at that at all. But when you're playing it, it feels different than when you're watching it. Alright, we got the Groots now. Don't have anything more of a thing. I think that was it for Thing, really. I feel like Star-Lord should have helped you there because he was right next to you. He could have helped you shoot. But like overall, I think they're just very conservative with the pushes. And now it sucks because you died the time you were like actually aggressive. And that's just because you did it when your teammates were down. Let's see here. So there's a lot of things you can play with Groot. I think there's a lot of... It's an interesting choice. I'm not entirely sure why you picked Groot. But, and I'm curious to hear why. But I feel like in general, like there's just a lot of skill expression with him. And, you know, I'll just give the best feedback that I can. I definitely feel like you could use your E. But I do this a lot. Just put your E somewhere where your E will hit him. Yeah, the E to cut off is pretty solid, but you can use the E... it doesn't have to be used to cut off space, line of sight. You can also use it as, because it gives bonus health to you and your teammates, which raises your effective health of the team by a lot. So you could have walked in and put this wall down, like here. Then that would cut off the line of sight if an enemy flanks here. But it would also give you guys additional bonus health, which is great. And also, you keep cutting off the line of sight for your Star-Lord. Oh, is it good? The thing is with Groot is he's a pretty good hero and has a good kit, but like you kind of want to have someone to combine it with. Namor or Moon Knight, then you just get a free win with the ultimate.
By the hour of Agamotto.
This kind of doesn't fit in your comp like insanely well. I was gonna say, you did say you felt like you're backlining them more help, but I haven't seen you help them at all on this hero, even. You're still frontlining with him. You're playing the same way. Yeah, actually, you are playing the same way as the Thing. You're taking a little bit of space, but I do feel like you're leaving a lot on the table. You can wall him here, it's gonna break it immediately. He's lost. 20 seconds. Might as well soft reset. See if they overextend like you're doing now. You got an ult. You have no follow-up because of your comp. The turn. Luna ult is doing overtime there. It's just not enough. Do I think the backline not getting help was a problem there? offense is the best defense. Like if you were theoretically, if you put more pressure on the enemy team, like let's say with the thing as I mentioned previously, that could have led to your backline not having as many issues because the enemy team doesn't have space. Like it's their fucking, they have Hela and Punisher. Like they're not walking forward ever. They never walk forward. They just sit back and shoot. So I don't really know how Groot, like Thing, you can't really play with your backline. You can give them like your E. Groot, same thing. Like they're getting plinked by their backline. It looks like to me is making the correct place but the wrong times. I feel like I should say it on the Thing. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, I think so too. The Thing or something else. You just needed to be more like assertive, like you said. Yeah, right place, wrong time. Just take space, make some space, put some pressure on enemy team. And maybe he's hesitating. He's not sure what works. But I think when I play, I make a lot of weird plays. When you guys watch me, I make a lot of weird plays. That's because I'm limit testing. You should not be afraid to limit test. The only way to get better is to limit test. You put yourself in an awkward situation, you figure out, okay, what can I get away with? Oh, that works. Now I can do that next time. I think they were dying before me, so I thought I could block more damage for the backline as Groot. That is definitely a decision. Clearly, it didn't work out. But at least I see why you did it. I see the logic you went for there. I don't think it makes enough of a difference, though, I think. You would probably block more damage, block more focus from their Hela Punisher by being Thing. Playing Thing into Hela Punisher is hard, and like you're gonna get fucking shredded, so maybe that's not even a play either. But Groot is probably not it. You could probably make it happen if you had like an additional Groot. Sorry, somebody you can combine it with, like a Moon Knight, like a Namor. Because then you can kill them at least. Just one shot them.
Under my protection. Send their weapons of war.
They're just walking in. Like you're just folding. I think it's because there's no damage coming in. But you guys are gonna full health. You should be able to like be a bit more assertive, I feel like. You know, now they do the turrets. Obviously the turret will push you back. That's I think now I can pinpoint it. Because that's what bothered me when I was watching the Thing. It really feels like they're just walking in on you. And you're just folding behind and nothing is dying. Which is hard to do like as a Thing. That's why I wanted to break formation as a Thing. I wanted you to charge more. And it's hard to do as a mag. You don't have that much damage. You need a DPS to get picks. But what you can do here is you just need to kill the supports. The supports are really far out. A common mistake people do against mag, and I punish them constantly and like, you know, on my main. So I turn at the top of 100, right? Is they step within your range. If they're within your left click range, you can full combo them now. This patch, right? These supports are within range. They're not even full health. If you just left click, right click, left click, you deal 250 or 275 plus damage. You will one-shot them in one combo, and they die. Like, you can keep plinking at the tanks, it will not make any meaningful damage, or you can one-shot a support that's way too far out. Or even the Hela. But this is good, you're walking up with the ult. It's a super annoying bug with the colors. My other tank is Mag, and we got him chosen. Yeah, probably a good idea to try to learn more heroes too. You don't have a lot of stamina, but if your time is right, you can save her. Where is your invisible woman? He's not even going for her, actually. Oh, he is. Yeah, you just cooked. That was immediate. It is 250. Thank you. Good to have my little encyclopedia here. Okay, and then you did this to counter it. Like, she did it properly. She double jumped. I got no value out of it. So in this fight so far, when the ultimates came out, everyone just whipped their dicks on the table. You just didn't have... your team just had the smaller dicks. But before that, you could have been more assertive. You could potentially have secured picks. You had many opportunities to do so on the walk up here. All you did was kind of fold behind them. And in your lack of picks, the lack of assertiveness here made it so they just kind of walked in and got all of this. But all the ultimates come out, it's gonna come down to small individual plays. And all of them just went in their favor. Good call to walk up here. I feel like the bubble was a bit of a forced bubble there on the Groot. I don't know if it'll end up biting you, but it would be nice to have it. Oh, that's nice ult. A little bit of a waste, but you know, it canceled the portal just to fuck him up. Okay, you guys are... This is not a good place to be. You should not be staying here for longer. Okay, you're realizing that you're walking back. Do you survive it? Yes, you do. Oh, that's a good bubble. Yeah, he's very extended. Can you save him? Probably should have shielded. Nitpicky. We tried to push him off for space and it didn't work out. Yeah, Cloak didn't have to ult there. But you're holding your E, I hope. You are. Good. Keep holding your E. Yeah, that's fine. The thing is, like, they had a pick, right? You're -1 still. You could have ulted into the Invis girl here, and you probably would have killed her. But if you're not sure, then this one is super late. I have a feeling you did what I do sometimes, where you're like, fuck, I should have ulted, and then you ult anyway, so try to salvage it. But it's like, it's over. You didn't look back a single time. That's also what's difficult for me. If you guys don't look around a lot, I won't know. It's hard for me to say you did the right or wrong decision. If you don't look around, I can certainly say you didn't make the right one, because you didn't know. Even if it works out. That was a nice pick. That was a nice block. Okay, you have shield. You've been using your shield a lot, so you don't have none. Sometimes it's good to use it, like I've said it, right? You want to have about half ready. That's what I said in my guide. And if you had half, this could have been very useful now. Now it's going to do a lot of damage. Question is if it kills someone. If it kills one. You would have been cooked either way. He would have been cooked either way, I think, but better he kills Groot than your supporter. You should be shielding that. You do charge some ult off of him, so like if this was intentional, it's not terrible because now you get like heals. He obviously like his ult damage doesn't count for anything, but the heals of that damage does, so you get something out of it. It's not to whether it was intentional or not. And if not, then you can learn something. Backline damage! Yes! That's what you gotta do. New Magneto. You gotta do that more. That exact thing. They only have one support now. She did ult, but they only have one. They're literally in the perfect range for you to hit your shots here. And full combo. You can right click too. Unnecessary E. Does he come back to bite you? Yes, you lost your Squirrel Girl. I feel like Hela is smurfing, by the way. There's still things you could improve on, but she is smurfing, so Nitpicky could have eaten him. That's just a slow reaction. It happens. You gotta weave your left clicks and right clicks more. Let's see. Like, it's good to shield your co-tank, but if they're not taking that much pressure, it's unnecessary. Use your right click more. Weave, left click, right click. You gotta weave them. You do the combo. You don't want to hold on to free rings for that long. You're standing here. You have free rings for like... You had free rings for a minute almost. You could have done this. You could have done like a full combo at this point. I assume you're holding it for something specific, but I'm not sure what. Who do you bubble there? You bubble yourself. I think you should have shielded her instead. There we go. See how easy it is. Free kill. Yep, take some space here. You can take more space. They get high ground here. You want the high ground here. You're giving them the high ground just by staying here. They're minus. They can't contest it if they do the kind of throw. They're just standing on the point. You're just giving them... Like, if they walk up... I'm going to show you guys. So, if they walk up here... So, because you don't push up, you just want to fight. You've had, like, 5-10 seconds. You could have walked up. Psylocke did. You literally leave all of this area for nothing. They have to walk all the way from spawn out of this here. And they have to walk... They can walk here. And they can walk here. But they have to walk. It takes a certain amount of time to do that. And it costs them nothing. If you were sitting here on this high ground and shot at them, then they cannot walk like this. And they cannot walk like this. They have to stop here in the choke. And they take poke. They take pressure. And if they want to get up, they have to burn cooldowns, resources. They might have to like go around here, longer routes. They have to use ultimates. And if they use ultimates, you don't even have to commit to a fight. You can just be like, oh, you guys burn an ultimate? All right, fuck it. I'm just going to walk back. You give up the space because you use ultimates. But because that's being proactive and taking space. But because you're sitting here on point, they get all of this for free. And as a tank, you're the one who leads the charge. You're the one who makes this happen. Psylocke tried to. Didn't work out for her. And so you're on here. You're on low ground. They can walk up. They have an angle here. 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 They have angles everywhere. And you're like, you just put yourself in a disadvantage because you're just not taking the space you should. And see, they take the high ground. They have high ground and high ground. Cost them nothing. They just walked up.
Much better.
And you're in a low ground spot here, trying to make this 1v6 happen. I do like that you're trying to get the pick there. It's just not working out. You're not using your shift enough. Here. Could use it a little bit. Now it's coming out, but
By the eye of Agamotto!
they just kind of walked in there. Druid ult was good. This ult was unnecessary. Yeah, fuck that wall up. Do I have to say it? Yeah, we're coaching. I have to say it. If you hadn't used your ult there, you would have had it. That fight was won until they started stacking ults, used the CD ult. You had your ult here, you would have killed her. I have a feeling they're gonna win this fight, aren't they?
Only 60 seconds left.
Okay, now we got the thing coming out. Every time you use an ability, if it's an ultimate, for Mag especially, when you use something, there's like opportunity cost. Because that means you can't use it the next time. And there's a lot of game sense that goes into it. But ultimately, you gotta set your own threshold in your head. Like, what's the minimum I want to be able to get out of this thing? And I think the higher the value is, the better. Like, I want to hold my shield. Obviously, I don't want to hold shield the whole game. But if I can hold my shield and not use it for a little bit of trickle damage, only use it when my teammate really needs it, that means I always have it when my teammate really needs it, and I'll get the most value. Again, it's a bit of a tightrope you have to walk there. The same with your ultimate, but like at way higher stakes because it's your ultimate. It's not your E or shift. All right, this I like. This I like.
I have become
And he came back. Perfect. Beautiful. Just, yeah, playing the wall, punching. Stand on the point here, stopping them. He's putting pressure up. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Double kill.
Yeah, and then you hold him next to the choke here. The same thing, right? Like, because now they gotta walk up. This choke is brutal because they have to walk through this open area and in a choke, and you guys can just stand here and shoot at them, and they can't do anything. Your teammates are really far back there. You're doing the right thing standing here. I feel like your teammates should have been farther out. They don't have to stand on it. But I mean, it's maybe nitpicky. And, you know, you can't control that unless you ask them to go there. But you get a big ult here, that'd be huge. Maybe that's what you're calling. That's what it looks like you want to do. You want to do an ult here.
60 seconds left. Clear the way. Look out behind you.
Man! It was ult here. Maybe here. There it is. Could have shot, should have charged there, I mean. Did you watch my thing guide? If you didn't, you should. You should have won that. If you ult their backline, you had an opportunity for a lot of opportunities. You ult their backline, you do a combo, which is like right click, shift, instant slam, and then right click, left click, and they die. You kill the tank supports. They can't do shit. It's unlocked. Especially if your team is follow up on it. You're too indecisive. You were too indecisive there. You just had to all in. You can even ult them when they walk out of spawn there. They weren't even looking at you. Not that it matters because it goes through shields. You would have gotten them. You just let them walk up. You had your ult. You could have used it. Look, you got 50% ult charge that fight too. You would have you could have had a new one. Just clicking Q there, like 10 seconds earlier. It's like Perpetual said in the chat. You're doing the right plays a lot. You're just doing them at the wrong time. If you would have just ulted earlier, when they walked out, that would have been perfect. Ideally, I guess it's perfect once they've committed an ult, but you would have put them on overtime by doing that.
Behold the god of fire!
There's a lack of proactiveness. Yeah, that's just lost. So overall, let's go to repeat. For every hero in general, I'm noticing Choybot here, very conservative with your, like, with the way you're pushing. You don't play that, oh, that's a different thing. You're not proactive. You don't take space. When you play Mag, you don't really go for the backline damage you need to do. You kind of waste your shields. Your ults could be better. You said it yourself. You understand different mistakes. But those are big things you need to work on. On the thing, your ultimate, like, you get it really fast. You should use it more. And you can be more assertive as a thing in general.